Another headbanging is the UK's big weather report action. Snowing out. Right around the freezing mark. But that's about what I feel like. I'm right around the freezing mark too. Yay! Maybe that means we're done. This mini fan's not happy that Vancouver scored. Take a look at this one guy. Another Brutus and a Rawk. Oh, Greg Egg. Black Marules here. Hello, Legendary King Scott Waters fan club. This is kind of a weirdo compilation. I was listening to it today and I figured this doesn't sound right. All tracks are re-recordings, so I don't know who re-recorded them. A lot of them sound like the original, but this for action. I wonder, this doesn't sound right. It sounds great still. So I don't know if it's Sweet Members later on versions, but I'll show you the liner notes. None. Same thing on the back, is what a waste, but it's from a product from Holland, so I don't know. But anyway, and they're coming to my hometown in a few months. We just found out, which is great. I've seen them live before once, they were great. But anyway, I gotta go fast here, I've got a lot to show. There was a book sale I was at the other day and found a lot of Rawk books, so let's kind of whip through these. No pictures in this, but gonna have to whip through these. This may have some interesting stories about how they got treated earlier in their career and all that kind of thing. Some photos here. There's the classic look for heart. Now Ann Wilson sure can sing Led Zeppelin songs nicely. Anyway, even my wife said she would like to read that. Now here's a big Who Shot Rock and Roll? Photographic history, 55 to present. It's hard to show this here, but it's all these famous photographers and just some of their famous shots, I guess. Now there's the Stones. I never knew that picture was taken in New York. Oh yeah, these are funny pictures of Bowie. Cherry Curry of the Runaways was hugely influenced by him back in that era. That's where she got her look from, actually. Although David's wearing less clothes than even Cherry did. Well, that'll be interesting. This is just a funny sports book, but it's by a guy I played hockey with. You don't say! Just funny quotes, sports quotes. It's a great book. It's just... he has a lot of inept ability. Hank Bulow, while coaching the Buffalo Bills, on the talents of one of his players. Oh, I'm all for it. Ex-Tampa Bay Buccaneers head coach John McKay, when asked after another tough loss about his team's execution. I'm all for it. But anyway, it's got a lot of funny quotes. The rise and fall of the Velvet Underground to the fall of CBGBs. If I'm not mistaken, I've owned this book before. It had a lot of great first account of the New York scene. Disco funk. So I'm sure there's stuff about the dictators and so on. I love those kind of books where you get the interviews right with the people. Sure, he didn't lead a boring life. Man, I watched a Who live at, was it Kilbourne or something? It was right around 78 or 79, and it was a great concert. I watched it live. They were heavy. Like, look at that. That's rock and roll right there. I've always sort of considered them wimpy. Like, I don't own one studio album by them. But live, like Live at Leeds, I love that album because it's raw and raunchy. But live, they were really rocking. I almost bought a Who shirt today, too, but they didn't have my size because I'm a fatso. Anyway, I gotta go fast. Stories behind every Beatles song. Oh, just should be. I only care about the early Beatles more than anything, but it's a classic look. But I love the early Beatles for sure. Live at the Hollywood Bowl is a fantastic live album. Yeah, there's the girls screaming. This is a trader, but it was a good hardcover book of the Eagles. I don't care about the Eagles one bit. In fact, I have to shut them off if I ever hear any of their songs on the radio. But if you're an Eagles fan, it'd be a great book, but it's not my style. Same with Kurt Cobain. It's a great book, another trader, but this thing weighs about 10 pounds. Looks like it's a day-by-day account of the band. That's cool. I wish I did this one for Deep Purple, but so whatever. The story of the original Monsters of Rock. AC/DC, good hardcover. Turn On to High Voltage, the electrifying album from AC/DC. It's just that's a weird quote. Yeah, here's Ballroom Blitz. It sounds totally different, and it's a notch below the original for sure. But anyway, this will be good. This is a really heavy Masters of Rock guitar, forwarded by Joe Satriani. But this has like a lot of great pictures in here. What song was it that I found out about this on the Sweet album? I didn't know till Teenage Rampage was pretty good on this, and then Burn on the Flame is next. But anyway, Joe Perry. I think there was a. And then Blackmore made the book to give it instant credibility. Here's one of my favorite rock pictures in history, taken from the California Jam. Absolute hard rock, heavy metal perfection picture. That should be on the front door of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But Black Sabbath, song by song. Look at that, right up to the end. Yeah, there he goes. He's right up about every song. Fantastic. The Doors I don't care about, but the book, good trader. That's all there is to say about that. The man who sold the world, David Bowie in the 70s. I don't care about. I think Surfing City and Hang On to Yourself are the only two songs I've ever liked by him. There's no pictures. But definitely a Bowie fan would love that book. Everything left to know about the Beatles and more. Sabbath has a FAQ book out as well that's really good. This thing's huge, so 500 pages. Anyway, you decide the turbulent life and times and music of Green Day. Nobody likes you. I know that feeling. Well, there's a few pictures here. There's from the famous Woodstock. If you're ever going to watch a concert video ever out of any band ever, it's Green Day live at Woodstock 1994. Fans just throwing mud and turf and everything onto the stage, and they're throwing it back. Here's a band I don't care about in the least, but it's another good trader. Heard a few of their early songs I kind of liked, but I heard a lot of songs I hate. I think they did I Don't Like Mondays or something. I don't know if that was them, but that's an interesting book. It's the Ramones. Interviews. Anyway, CD action for $5 a piece. I don't know my era of Van Halen. I love the first album. I know every note off of every song, but I keep trying to give these later albums a chance, so I will. This was kind of a risky buy, The Circle, but it's a double live album. Why am I hearing honking? Anyway, but look at the track listing. This is Sammy Hagar with Michael Anthony of Van Halen and Jason Bonham of Led Zeppelin's John Bonham's son on drums. So the track listing is key. Like Rock and Roll Live will be great. Heavy Metal's a good song, and Why Can't This Be Love's a 0 to 10. A Whole Lot of Love, and I Can't Drive 55, Good Times Bad. I mean, it's a good track listing. Leonard Skinner, Meet on the Ledge. Asbury Park FM radio broadcast 77. Hopefully the sound's decent on it. Shirt action. Yeah, one of my favorite album covers of all time. I wish they didn't give it the dated look where they fuzz it out, but that's one of the best album covers in rock history. And speaking of Van Halen, thought this was pretty well done. That looks pretty cool. I don't know why I'm hearing a train horn. The intersection. Oh, there's a pickup with a train horn on it. I don't know. But this was the big main purchase of the day. I heard every song with 30-second clips, and I was impressed, very impressed. Every write-up about it hasn't compared it quite to I Want Blackout, Love Drive, and Animal Magnetism if I can't have the early era. And this sounded as close to those albums that I've heard out of their later stuff. I'll be featuring this on What's Spinning coming up. And speaking of the Scorpions, so I'm hoping it'll be worth it, because their later stuff, they lost me after Love at First Sting, so but this one I have a bit of faith in. So anyway, that does it for the big show. So orange juice, cheers BC. Yeah, this is Burn on the Flame. The only two albums I've ever had by them is Desolation Boulevard and Give Us a Wink. And I don't even remember those albums. I just remember the key songs like Action and a lot more songs. Set Me Free is fantastic. It's not on this, but anyway, this song rocks. Burn on the Flame. But anyway, thanks for watching. I've got slower traffic. Keep living right, Claude. Bye, Mr. PG. Don't fall down.